Hosting the World Cup should be the ultimate advantage. Home crowds, home comfort, home glory. But football history tells a different story. One where host nations have collapsed under the exact same pressure that was supposed to lift them. Is there really a curse of the host nation? And could it strike again in 2026? Every World Cup cycle, the same question gets asked. Will the host nation rise to the occasion or crumble under the weight of expectation? For decades, we've seen both. Some hosts have soared all the way to the final. Others have suffered some of the most painful collapses in tournament history. So before three nations take on hosting duties in 2026, let's look at the pattern behind this so-called curse. Let's start with the most infamous example. In 2014, Brazil entered as host with the weight of an entire football-obsessed nation behind them. Instead, they suffered one of the most shocking results in World Cup history, a 7-1 semi-final defeat to Germany, played on Brazilian soil in front of a devastated home crowd. Then there's South Africa in 2010, the first African nation ever to host a World Cup. Despite the incredible atmosphere they created, South Africa became the first host nation in history to be eliminated in the group stage. Even in 2018, Russia's tournament had bright moments, but ultimately ended in a quarterfinal exit that fell short of the dream many fans hoped for. But it's not always a curse. In 1998, host nation France didn't just perform well, they won the entire tournament, becoming world champions on home soil. So the truth is more complicated than a simple curse. Hosting can create pressure that some teams crumble under, and comfort that other teams thrive within. Here's something fascinating. Despite dramatic collapses like Brazil and South Africa, host nations have still reached the semifinals far more often than their world ranking would typically predict. That means the pressure cuts both ways. It can elevate a team to unexpected heights or expose cracks at the worst possible moment. Live in front of a heartbroken home crowd. Another interesting fact, no team has ever won back-to-back World Cups as both defending champion and host in the same tournament, adding even more weight to the pressure storyline. Understanding this pattern isn't about predicting doom. It's about understanding pressure itself. In 2026, three host nations will feel this weight simultaneously: the United States, Mexico, and Canada, each carrying different levels of tournament experience and expectation. Whether that pressure becomes fuel or fear may end up defining how their tournaments are remembered. So will the curse of the host nation strike again in 2026? History says it's possible, but history also says host nations have just as much chance to defy it entirely. If you want more World Cup history, patterns, and predictions before 2026 kicks off, subscribe now so you don't miss what's coming next.